Okay. Good evening, buenas tardes a todos mis amigos, mis clientes y mis agentes. Very happy to be here today. And we're going to go over some very interesting concepts on some mortgage programs that have been around for a while, but a lot of agents don't know yet that they exist. And I'm gonna give you guys some real live examples of how you can use these programs and put them into use and make, help your buyer and make a commission. So me and the wife this past week, we've been pretty sick. When I don't have my Wednesday webinar, that means that I'm not feeling well. I have bronchitis, and I still have, the after effects of bronchitis. I still have a cough. So if you hear me coughing, please excuse me. Can't help it. I've had this ever since I was a kid, the asthma, bronchitis. Thank God I got rid of the asthma, but anyway, and Jackie, she was sick also. We were both, pretty much out of it last week, but we're back in business. So sometimes, we take for granted our health, and our health is so important. Without your health, you're broke. Okay, so remember that. Okay, don't always, go after the money. Look at your health first. Pay attention to your health. Go to the doctor, get your test done. Do whatever you got to do. Do your regular, exercise fitness program, because eat right. Your health is everything. And like they say, we are, what we are, what we eat, and we are how we take care of ourselves. And no one else is going to take care of you but you. Okay, no one else really cares. So anyway, I'm going to go over the first 10 minutes. I want to go over some personal development stuff that I think is very interesting. I want to go over the three fatal mistakes that salespeople make, which I've made those same mistakes. Okay, and this way, you'll know for next time not to make the same mistakes. Okay. So anyway, first of all, I do want to share with you a little about my personal background. Like you all know me, and Elias, I've been around for over 40 years. And dad was born in Cuba, but came to this country when he was 17 years old. So I was born here. I was born here. I was reared here. I went to education here. That's why my Spanish is not as fluent as normally a person would speak Spanish. But I'm glad that that I didn't have to grow up in a country that prevents you from speaking, prevents you from having your personal freedom. So I'm very happy for that. And my dad, he's like, for me, he's always been a mentor. He still is. He started with nothing, with one hand behind his back, and he was focused, and he started his little business out of his utility room house. Okay, there in Northwest Miami. It wasn't a very good neighborhood. I remember, in the 60s, there used to be riots in front of my house. Okay, with kids when they went out of school. At that time they had, the blacks and the whites. They would have they would have riots, and it was terrible. I would make sure to stay home during those riots. But anyway, that's my background. Basically, I was born and raised in Miami. I was born in Jackson Hospital, and I grew up here. I went to school up in Georgia for 4 years, a little town in Georgia. That's where I got my love for the mountains. I love the mountains, and my dad also, he loves the mountains too. And then we came back down here. I went to high school, Miami Christian, and then I went to I went to MacArthur. I graduated from MacArthur. I did my first 2 years in Miami-Dade. And then after my first 2 years, I went to FIU and I graduated. I was going to be a lawyer. And well, my dad wanted me to be a lawyer, but I didn't want to be a lawyer. But anyway, I'm glad I did become a lawyer. I got a degree in political science, which is nothing having to do with what I'm doing now. Okay. But anyway, I want to go over some real important points before we begin our presentation here. Basically, you never want to label yourself. You never want to, sell your location or your company name. You have a company name. Obviously, it's important that your company has an established name, like we have. We've been around over 50 years. So, LeGras is a name that's been around for a while. And that's good to know. But, you're not selling LeGras. Okay. You're selling yourself. You're selling O'Neill Dominguez. Okay. You're selling Liam. She was on a little while ago. You're selling yourself. You're not selling the company. Okay. Your customers are going to buy you. They're not going to buy the product. Okay. First they buy you. Okay. So let's talk a little about testimonials. Okay. Testimonials. I've been very successful with using my clients' testimonials. Okay. Anytime you have a client that's happy and that you did a great job for him, ask for a testimonial. Ask them, hey, can you say something positive for me? Record it. Will you, and ask him, will you allow me to, put it on social media, or write you a little note, and take a picture of your client, give them the picture of that moment. It's a moment that they're never going to forget. Maybe they purchased a house and it's their first house. So, it's important to show them testimonials, and I have hundreds of testimonials, people that are satisfied. Okay. And that's what people want to see. The more testimonials that they see from you, the more confidence they're going to have in you. Okay. The 3 fatal mistakes that most salespeople make. Okay. Number 1, you don't call back your customer. Okay. Always call back your customer. Okay. I mean, if you want to put on your message, hey, I'll call you back within 24 hours, that's fine, but call back your customer. Also, make sure that your phone is not full. The worst impression in the world is when your customer calls you and your phone is full. Messages, we cannot take any more messages. Your voicemail is full. That makes a very bad impression. Okay. And it makes the impression where, hey, he's too busy to help me. And what is all this about? All of your business, everything is surrounded about the service that you provide to your customer. If you don't provide, the right service to your customer, they're going to go somewhere else. Okay. That's number 1, calling back your customer. Number 2, how important is being on time? Okay. Have you ever been to a doctor's appointment and the doctor said, hey, your appointment is at 10 a.m. and you go there and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then it's 12 o'clock and you haven't seen your doctor yet? How do you feel? Well, this is exactly the way your customer is going to feel when you make an appointment with them. And if you make it for 10 o'clock, hey, be there 10 minutes early. Okay. You're going to do something that most people don't do. And believe me, your customer is going to remember that. Okay. The third mistake salespeople make is not following up. How important it is to follow up. Okay. 80% of all the sales that are made today are made after the 6th to 8th follow-up. So don't think that you're going to make a sale because you followed up once or twice, with a for sale by owner. That's not going to happen. 8 to 10 times you got to follow up with that customer. Okay. Let's see, our next point here is your attitude. Okay. How important is your attitude? You know, we can control. That's one thing that we can control in our lives is our attitude. Okay. You can't control a lot of things in your life, but your attitude, you know, how you wake up that day, you can control. Okay. It's all a mindset. So you wake up, you know, saying to yourself, hey, I'm going to have a good day today. No matter, you know, what I'm going through, you know, I'm going to make someone else's life meaningful. Have a positive attitude. Okay. Attitude is a mindset. Okay. These points that I'm going over with you are notes that I got from coaches, you know, mentoring coaches, business coaches. And these are, you know, hours and hours and hours of seminars that I've been to and courses that I've been to. So I want to share this with you. So you know, you guys will know pretty much what you need to know to be successful. Okay. Stand strong in your confidence and your personal development. Okay. That's important. You know, standing strong in your confidence and your personal development is very important. Personal development is so important. Okay. Every day, you know, you should do some kind of personal development. Okay. Whether it's reading a book, whether it's reading the Bible, whether it's praying, anything. And let me tell you, I believe very much in prayer. Okay. You know, prayer works. Okay. But if you get up in the morning and you just don't know what you're going to do, you know, it becomes a habit, and you go during the day, and the end of the day, you end up not doing anything. Okay. So it's important to get up with a good attitude and to know where you're going. Okay. To have a calendar. Okay. Your calendar of the day is your boss. Guys, your calendar is your boss. Remember that. Okay. You don't have a calendar, you don't know where you're going to go that day. And accountability, you know, if you don't have a calendar, you don't know what you're accountable for. Okay. The second point, you do not solve problems by avoiding them. Okay. Most people avoid problems. They try to avoid the problems, but you can't. Okay. You solve problems by developing your confidence and faith and moving towards your problems. How important is that? Okay. You need to replace and remove any negativity around you. Okay. You know, real estate and mortgages, you know, you guys know it's a team effort. Okay. And there, you know, sometimes, you know, you're in a team of lenders, underwriters, title companies, and you know, you need to get along with everybody. Now there are going to be people in your team that don't have a good attitude. Okay. But you want them to be on your side. So you want to always make them feel positive, make them feel good. Okay. If you just, you know, criticize them and start castigizing them for the work that they're doing, they're going to be less likely to help you, you know, in the deal. Okay. So it's important that you're positive. Okay. Be positive around your team. Very important. And most important, be positive around your customer. If you're not positive around your client, do you think your client's going to be positive? No. Your success, my success, is my responsibility, your responsibility. Okay. Okay. Responsible. Okay. Decision, you know, this formula is very, very important, guys. First, we make our decision, we take action, and decision plus action will equal results. Okay. So you need to replace negative people around you. You got to put like a blinder, try to avoid them if possible. Okay. Don't criticize them and don't get on their level because that's exactly what they want. They want you to feel sorry for them. And, you know, they're going the wrong way in life. And you you know, sometimes there's nothing you can do to change it. Okay. So, I want to talk a little about systems. Okay. Everyone in the business, we all have to have a system. Okay. If we don't have a system, we don't have a way that we can monitor, you know, what's going on. Okay. This business is all about applying your system. Okay. Whatever system you may have. Okay. If you have a system of showing, you know, working with buyers, well, you need to stick to that system. You need to have a way to get buyers. You need to have a way to pre-qualify buyers before you show them properties. You know, that's a system. Okay. Pre-qualify them, bring them to my office, get them on a Zoom meeting so I can pre-qualify them for you. And then you're good to go. Okay. I can't emphasize how important persistence is. Okay. Personal persistence. Okay. Perseverance. Perseverance is also very important. Okay. Persistence. These, you know, you need to focus on always being, you know, never giving up, always doing what you got to do and being persistent. Okay. When you have an obligation to something, you commit. What's the issue? Most of the time, you know, we don't have an obligation to nothing. And if you don't have an obligation, guys, you know, you're not gonna commit to anything. Okay. And if you don't commit to something, you're not going to get anything accomplished. Okay. So, you know, no excuses. You know, you can't have an excuse. Okay. When you open up your mouth, someone asks you for a favor, and the first thing you tell them is, hey, oh, I don't have any time. That's the easiest excuse that everybody has. I don't have any time. Everybody has time in the day. Okay. Everybody has time in the day. You know, I don't accept someone telling me I don't have any time. Okay. It's your obligation to be the best that you can be. Okay. My success is my responsibility. Okay. And everyone should have a nemesis. What's a nemesis? A nemesis is something that you want to overcome in your life. Okay. A nemesis could be, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay. I want to lose 10 pounds. Something, you know, you focus on that and that's all you think about and it'll happen. Okay. But remember what I said before, you make a decision. Okay. And you make a decision, you got to take action. Okay. If you make that decision that you want to lose weight and you don't take any action, you're not going to lose weight. Okay. Maximizing your day is important. Okay. Being accountable to yourself. In our business, you know, we are our own boss. So we're not accountable to anybody other than ourselves. So you better be accountable to somebody. You know, you should be accountable either to me or to someone, you know, your mentor or yourself. You know, at the end of the day, you know, write down what you accomplished that day. That's being accountable. Okay. And if you didn't accomplish much, well, the next day you make sure you make the list and you accomplish more. So you want to maximize your day. Okay. Your words are everything, guys. Okay. You know, your words are everything. Sometimes, you know, you say the wrong words and you can lose a friend, you lose a client, lose a girlfriend, lose a wife. Okay. Words have a tendency to stick in your heart. Okay. So be careful with what you say to people sometimes. Okay. Make a good impression. Okay. Dress for success always, you know. Let's see what else we got. Loyalty. I don't have to talk too much about that, but it's very important to build loyalty with your clients and your friends. Very, very important. And you want your client to be loyal to you. Okay. So, but you have to be loyal to them too. Okay. You have to work hard for them so they can be loyal to you. If your client knows that you're working for them and that you're there for them, they'll be loyal to you. Okay. In today's world, many clients are not loyal to anybody. Okay. Take responsibility for being truthful. You know, make every effort to make your success your responsibility. Okay, take responsibility for success. Okay, the only person that's going to bring success is you. Miracles do happen. I do believe in miracles. I've had many miracles happen in my life. Okay. You know, always believe in believing for a personal and professional miracle is important, and believe in miracles for your clients, because your clients have dreams also, you know, and their dream, you know, might be to buy a house or to, you know, be able to invest in some property and you know, as retirement for their retirement. You know, work with them on their dreams. Okay. Like I said, you know, when you believe in a miracle for yourself, you have to believe in a miracle for your customer. Okay. It's impossible not to receive your miracle if you increase your development. Okay. In other words, if you increase your personal development every day, you're going to increase your chances of having a miracle come true in your life. Okay. You cannot question your potential. We all have potential, guys. Okay. Tell me, when you're born, you have potential. Okay. You're special. When you're born, you know, you become a human being. You're the most special person in the world, and God has put you into this earth, and everybody has the same ability to you know, to do whatever they want in their life. Okay. Of course, your surroundings have a lot to do with it. Okay. Okay. I like to begin, you know, with a little personal development. I hope a couple of those things that I said stuck. Let's jump right into what we want to talk about. Okay. Okay. Let me share a screen here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Let me make sure we're screen sharing here. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, we are screen sharing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see the screen here? Okay. We're going to talk about home ownership or home renovations, and how important they play a part in today's real estate market. You know, it's how many times have you shown a home and the client fell in love with the home? However, the client didn't have the $20,000 or the $30,000 needed to fix up the house. You know, like they wanted their dream was to have a new kitchen, and they didn't have money for a new kitchen. Okay, but they want the property, and then that prevented them from buying the property. The property had everything, had location, schools, you know, the floor plan, but it just was not remodeled. And the client will say to you, look, you know, Elias, O'Neill, I would never have the money to put into this house if I were to buy it. I love the house, but how am I going to get the money to fix it? Well, here's the solution, guys. We got the Loan Depot is a company that we're representing. They specialize in these type of programs. They can help us with financing the renovation projects for your borrower. And in the renovation suite course, this is like a small course that I'm going to be going over. These are the topics that we're going to be covering. Okay, we're going to be covering renovation overview, products, things that you need to know, and processing the loan, and resources. Okay, so renovation overview. Okay, the home renovation industry is booming, and we can help you with your renovation finance needs. Renovation loans defined. What are renovation loans? Well, renovation loans, number one, are programs that are designed for individuals that want to rehabilitate, repair, update a new or currently owned property. Okay, this could be for a purchase or a refi. Okay, like it says here, includes funds for purchase or refi, as well as funds needed for repairs and related expenses, all in one loan. Okay, low down payment requirements put renovation projects within reach for borrowers that normally can't afford them. Okay, Why choose a renovation loan? Well, renovation loans open up more choices to home buyers. Not every home, like I said before, is in move-in ready condition. Okay, I've had a lot of deals that have fallen through because the buyer wanted the home remodeled. And many buyers don't have the extra funds to upgrade or renovate. Home improvements can be personalized for home buyers and existing owners. Okay, by doing these improvements, guess what? We're increasing the property value, which in turn builds equity. Okay, eliminates the need for a construction loan. If anybody has ever gone through a construction loan, it is a pain in the butt. Okay, a second mortgage is a pain in the butt. Or if you use a high interest rate credit card for renovations, you don't want to do that. Renovation stats. Look at this. Estimated in 2021, estimated homeowner improvements and repairs over $350 billion with a B. Okay, homes built, over 50% of the homes that we sell, guys, were built before 1989. And God forbid if you sell homes in Hialeah, okay, that they're over 100 years old. The average number of fixer-up show viewers at the start of 2021, 10.2 million. Products. All right, let's go over the products on these renovation programs. Okay, the most popular product that we have here is called the FHA 203K program. Okay, we have, this program has two options. Okay, it's a limited option and it has a standard option, standard program. The limited option is pretty easy, simple, very simple. It's basically for non-structural repairs of a maximum of $35,000 in total renovation costs. What we're talking about here is a new kitchen. We're talking about maybe a new bathroom, maybe a new roof that the house needs. Let's say the house doesn't pass inspection because it needs a new roof. Well, now we can get a new roof. Okay, and how expensive is insurance if your roof is over 20 years old? Insurance is prohibitive, guys, prohibitive. So now you can actually buy the house and maybe get a good deal on the price, and up to $35,000, it could be yours. They'll give you this money up front, to the contractor after the closing. The standard program is for any project which is greater than $35,000. These are projects that need a lot more work, that have structural, damages, that they need structural changes, room additions, renovations that make the home uninhabitable during construction. Okay, the limited highlights. Well, the highlights for the limited program, as you see here, the minimum is $5,000 to $35,000. Okay, you can even include appliances here. Okay, in this $5,000. Property must be occupied within 15 days of closing and should be habitable. Okay, under the standard program, the property does not have to be habitable. Habitable means that it's livable. Okay, so under this program, the property must be livable. For the $35,000 program, the property has to be livable during the entire construction project. Self-help not allowed with the exception of painting and appliance purchases. What this means is that the owners say, "Oh, I'll do the work myself." Well, yeah, you can do some of the work yourself, but if you're not licensed and insured, you can't do a roof. You might be able to paint and apply, purchases, but you're not going to be able to do everything yourself. So you're going to need a contractor, an estimate for a contractor. There's a maximum of 2 draws. The initial, which is the lesser of 1/2 of the bid, or the cost of the full cost of materials. Okay. The standard highlights. Excuse me. Under the standard highlights, there's a minimum of $5,000. Look at this, guys. No maximum repair amount up to FHA county limits. You know what that means is that you can go up to 100,000 or more on the repairs of a house. Okay. This program, the standard program, requires the standard, remember, is 35,000 and above. This requires a licensed HUD consultant that manages the entire project, working directly with the borrower and contractor. Okay. There's up to 5 draws as determined by HUD. Okay. Up to 6 months of the monthly payment can be included in the loan amount if the property is uninhabitable during renovations. You understand what that's saying? 6 months of the property taxes, insurance, principal, and interest can be included in the mortgage amount. Hey guys, that's unbelievable. Okay, where they can include 6 months of PITI in the mortgage amount. Okay. All right. Here's a sample of a house. This is more of a standard FHA renovation program. See where they're pretty much doing everything to the house. Looks like they're building like a family Florida room there. See? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. Now, you might say, well, I don't have a client. My seller doesn't want to go FHA. You know, that's a common thing. Okay. Oh, I don't want to sell FHA. No, we got a project. We got a program for that. They call it the Fannie Mae Homestyle program. Okay. There are 2 options under the Homestyle program. The first option for projects up to 50,000, kind of like with FHA on the limited program, 35,000. Here, it's the minimum is 30,000 for the first option, and in renovation cost, inclusive of contingency reserve and any additional fees. The second is for renovation projects greater than 50,000. Okay, up to $50,000 highlights. Up to the 50,000, usually they consider, you know, non-structural repairs, kitchen and bathroom renovations, allows for 2 draws. Greater than 50,000. Here we're talking about what we saw a little while ago, right here. You know, major repairs, structural changes, and room additions allows up to 5 draws on that one. Okay, need to know what you need to know. Okay, realtor tips. This is important for all your realtors out there. The purchase contract must make mention of the renovation financing, either included in the contract or as an addendum. Okay, realtors must assure accessibility to the property. So I recommend a lockbox. Have a lockbox installed there so the builder can go, or whoever the contractors can go and do the work. Okay, avoid additional contingency reserves. Ensure power and water are turned on at the time of the appraisal inspection. Okay, remember that the appraisal, they're going to consider an additional value once this work is done. So they're gonna come up with 2 values. They're going to come up with an as-is value and an after repair value. Okay. Also, when it's over 50,000, you're required to have a HUD consultant. Okay, a HUD renovation consultant is required for repairs, remodel or renovations over 50,000 when structural repairs are being made to the property, and for FHA 203 standard program. Okay, HUD consultants. Who are HUD consultants and who are they? And you know, they're not. Believe me, they're a lot better than they're a lot easier to work with than inspectors. You know, than the county inspectors. They get paid for their work, so they meet up with you, with the buyer, and they inspect the property, the required repairs. They complete a work write-up project report. They work with contractors to remain within the budget and establish the draw perimeters. So they work directly with your contractor, performing draw inspections and authorizing disbursements of funds throughout the renovation. So you don't have to worry about that. On a standard program, you know, the counselor will be making sure that your interests are being taken care of. Okay. Contractor bid and submission. The contractor bids and submission requirements can be pain points in the renovation lending process. Reviewing and completing the bid submission requirement makes it a lot smoother. Okay. Bid requirements right here. This is important. Okay. The bid from the contractor cannot be in handwritten. It has to be, typed company letterhead. It's got to include the borrower's name, property address, the detailed improvements of what's going to be done, broken down by material, labor, sales tax. It should include the permit fees also. Health and safety issues should be addressed, to meet FHA minimum property requirements. And this bid should be signed by all parties. Okay, signed by all parties to expedite the appraisal ordering. This bid is going to be attached to the appraisal order. Okay, submission requirements. The contractor should provide a profile, a contractor certification, their license, W-9, insurance, identity of interest. The contractor cannot be related to anyone involved in the transaction. This is important. Okay, I can't have my father-in-law, who's a contractor, do the contracting work on my client's house because he's my father-in-law. Okay, you can't have it have to be a separate, no interest. You can't have an interest in the transaction and be related to the transaction. Construction requirements. Certified contractor, built before 1978, EPA or state certified contractor required for dwellings built before 1978. They say to try to avoid big box stores like Home Depot and Sears or Lowe's. Sears no longer around, but these companies are great for buying appliances, but they won't sign the required agreements needed. So don't even bother. Let the contractor worry about that. This is not a do-it-yourself loan. Okay, the borrower may complete the work on the Homestyle and the 203K if they're licensed and have experience in that scope of repairs. I have this question every time. I've closed a couple of these, not too many, but I've closed a couple. And the first question that pops up: "Oh, Elias, can Fulanito tal do the work? He's a handyman, or can I do the work?" No. Okay, you can do limited stuff like maybe painting and stuff like that, but you need to have a contractor or a licensed person, a plumber, a licensed electrician, a licensed air conditioning guy, a licensed roofer. You know what I mean. The 203 standard program allows for tear down to the foundation and rebuild. Look at that. That's unbelievable, guys. You can tear down an old frame house and rebuild it from scratch with an FHA loan. Okay. Up to 3 licensed specialized contractors are allowed without a general contractor. What does that mean? That means that you can have an electrician, a licensed roofer, and a licensed plumber. Okay, without a general contractor. Right. But if you're going to do a tear down, obviously you're going to need a GC. Okay. Very important. Now, processing the loan. It's not complicated. Sometimes a lot of realtors say, "Oh, that's too complicated. It's never going to close, this and that." Remember, guys, the approval takes place just like any other mortgage, and the closing takes place prior to the work being done. So you're going to get your money at the closing, okay? And the work's going to be done after the closing. Okay, portal pricing and fees. Well, to start off, ensure that the appraisal value is correctly entered into the portal, which that's my job, making sure that the stuff is filled out correctly. Okay. And this, I'm not gonna go into detail on that. Okay. But they have worksheets on these things, for the cost of repairs and the value, as is value, and after they appraisal will normally add the cost of repairs to the value, to the as is value. They'll come up with an after repair value. This after repair value is important because it's got to meet with the with what the house is going to be worth after the work is being done. Okay. So, and here's the basic workflow. Okay. Just like a regular loan. See here? It's in really little letters here, but there you go. You submit it to, you submit the loan. Okay. The loan's set up, goes to renovation desk. They have a special department for these loans. Go to initial underwrite. You get your approval with conditions, submit your conditions to the renovation conditions and appraisal department. Then we get our underwriting final approval. And once we get our underwriting final approval, it goes to an account manager, closing prep, closing coordinator, close. Okay. Then after that, you receive your commission and we close. Okay. Not hard at all. Okay. Where appraisal orders, appraisals are ordered after the file has been sent to the underwriter and the renovation specialist has reviewed all relevant renovation documentations. In other words, you don't order the appraisal right away. You wait until we have all of the information, the cost, and then we order the appraisal. Okay. Keep the following points in mind as you go through the process. Make sure the contractor bids, consultant work write-ups are signed by all parties. Okay. At the time of submission, we're going to submit your contractor bid along with the loan package in the portal to the underwriter. Okay. This is our portal here, Mellow broker portal screen. 203K refinance transactions. You can also do a refi. Okay, now in a 203K refi transaction, they require two appraisals, one with the subject to and one with the as is value. Okay, well, not two appraisals, two opinion of values. Okay, so it might cost a little bit more for an appraisal under these circumstances. The appraisal fees to be obtained by Loan Depot appraisal fee schedule, YODA. Final approval. Once we got our mortgage approved, requested once all renovation conditions and appraisal is received, the underwriter issues their final approval within 24 hours. Loan is ready to move to closing. Okay, that's the fun part. Draw coordinator. 3 to 5 days after the closing, a draw coordinator is assigned to as a liaison between Loan Depot and the borrower. Okay, the role of what is the role of the draw coordinator? Number one, to reach out and welcome the buyers through email, explaining them the process of moving forward and confirming the mailing address, and that the draw and the disbursement checks should be who the check should be sent to. Follow up with the borrower or the consultant every 30 days until the project is complete. The draw process from needs to be completed by the borrower and or consultant in order for the draw to be processed. Draw checks are issued directly to the borrower and contractor. The final disbursement will be issued once the appraisal has been completed and it is determined that the property is complete. Okay. The resources, renovation lending resource page. Okay. These are some forms that we have here. They're on Excel. It determines, the cost of repairs and what's included in the mortgage and so on and so forth. Okay. Okay. So basically that's basically what we have. And remember, the programs that are available, as I said before, we got the FHA 203 program. For those who joined a little bit later, the 203 program, it's basically, they have the limited and they have the standard program. Okay. The standard program is the limited program is up to 35,000. That's the quickest, it's the least complicated program. The other FHA program is the standard program where they finance more than 35,000 up to the limits that FHA has established. Okay. The same with the conventional mortgages, with the conventional. Okay. Now basically that's it on the renovation. I see Mario. Mario joined in. Hi, Mario.
How are you?
How you doing, man?
Good.
I'm
Glad to
alive.
be here.
I'm alive, man. I've been
Good.
last week.
What did you have? Just a cold, or did you have COVID?
Bronchitis, man, bronchitis.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, it was, man, it was really, really, really hard. Guy, I couldn't talk last week. You know, when I
Wow,
don't
yeah.
have a Wednesday webinar,
I,
Elias is on vacation
yeah.
or Elias is
So
sick.
saw that.
And man, I was sick. I was sick. Well, I'm glad to have
Yeah.
Mario on.
Well, good thing you have a lot of energy.
Yeah, Mario works with Velocity Mortgage and talking about renovation programs. I'm gonna go over a program that Mario has here, and I'm gonna share it with you, which is great. This program is great for investors that want to buy a property, flip it, or buy a property, fix it, and keep it, and refinance it, and use it for rental, rental income. Okay. Let me go to my notes here. I'm going to show you something pretty interesting here. I'm going to go to a whiteboard here. Okay. Now let's take an example here. This is what Mario has to offer. Okay, which is a really, really great program for investors. It's not a hard equity loan, guys. Hard equity loans are the rates are astronomical. The the investor wants their money right away, and usually you can't refinance with the same investor. You got to go through another investor. In this particular case, let's say you find a property. Your neighbor's selling a property. It needs a lot of work. The property's worth, after repair, the property's worth $350,000. Let's say, okay, 350K. But you think you can get it for, let's say we can get it for 250. Okay, 250. This is after repair value. Okay. Now, this is after you do the work to the house. Your cost is 250. Okay. You think that's a good deal, Mario? Well,
Yeah, that's
the repairs. Let's say the repairs
yeah.
about 50,000. Okay. Repairs. Okay. Here's a deal that you can make in a matter of 3 to 4 months. You can make $50,000. Okay. And the $50,000 doesn't have to come out of your pocket. Okay. The only thing that you have to have is 30%, right, Mario? 30% of the 50,000.
Actually, if you're experienced, and experience just means that you flipped something in the last 2 years,
right?
Or you own investment properties.
Okay. If you have experience, do you have to have? How does that work?
You do need to have a 650 score.
A 650, yeah, that's important.
650.
Yeah.
If you meet those two criteria, we can lend you 80% of the 250.
Excellent.
Of the 250, and then we'll add that $50,000 to that loan.
Yeah.
$50,000 going to an escrow account.
Got it.
And you have up to 3 draws to use that. It's a 12-month interest-only loan.
Right.
It starts at 8.74 at this time. It's gone up.
Excellent.
8.74 interest only.
Excellent.
And you can extend that. That can be extended an additional 6 months later on down the road if you need more time. But most people want to get this done within 3 or 4 months.
Right.
List it, sell it, or if they happen to put an investor in there,
right,
we'll go ahead and refinance it based on the 350 after repair value.
After repair value.
However,
I was gonna go over that example. Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And this loan amount here, all you really need to have here is $50,000 plus closing costs. Okay, which your loan amount is $200,000, and then they're going to add 50,000 to the 200,000. So you'll have a total loan amount of 250,000, which you'll be paying interest only. Correct? If I'm wrong, interest only for 1 year, right, Mario?
Yes, sir. 12 months.
For 12 months, guys. That's unbelievable. Okay, I mean, you can rehab a house in less than 4 months. For sure.
Absolutely. And then we don't require that the tenant be there. We don't require seasoning on the tenancy. So as
Okay.
long as you get a tenant in there, we can
Yeah.
refinance it immediately.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah.
If
So
you
no, in
choose
other
to
words,
go- if you choose to
let's
keep it.
say I'm buying it as an investment, but I don't want to sell it because I don't want to have to pay capital gains, and I'd rather retain the property. So I've already fixed the property, and I owe you guys 250,000. Let me hold on a second. Where's the frickin' pencil here? Oh, here. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I'm still not used to this. You see here. Okay. Now, where's the pencil? Well, the pencil disappeared. Let's see. I got rid of the eraser here. I can't write now here. Oh boy. Let me see here. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. All right. I owe you guys 250, right, Mario?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's disappearing now. Crap. I don't want a vanishing pencil. Let's see here. All right. I owe you guys. Nope. Where's the freaking pencil here? Text. Let me see here. Draw. Stamp. I don't use this too much, so I'm not too familiar with how it works. Well, anyway, no problem. I owe you guys 250,000. The property's worth after I fix it 375. Let's say, okay. The property's worth 375,000. So what you're saying is that I can refinance the property. I can refinance 80%, right? With a
75
tenant inside the property, correct?
On the refinance is 75.
At 75%. Okay,
Right.
so we're refinancing 375 at 75%. So we're refinancing $281,000. So I pay you 250 and I'm still making $31,000 cash out. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, that's an incredible program, guys. It's for investors and your realtors out there that are working with investors. Here's a quick way to make two commissions, right? You'll make the commission on the purchase and you make the commission if they decide to sell it, or if they decide to rent it, you're the realtor, you'll be renting them the house. That's the commitment that the buyer, is going to give you. So guys, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. It really is, Mario, just in conclusion, just go over some of your programs that you have available. You're going to be, I'm going to put this on YouTube also. So whoever is interested in the financing that we're offering, they can contact us. So just go over, Mario does a lot of commercial and, 1 to 4 family units, anything over 4 units. His financing is unbelievable. No income stated programs. So go over some of your programs, Mario.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, all of our programs are no income verification. We help investors and small business owners that are tough to qualify with the no income verification loans. We don't verify employment. We don't require seasoning of funds on purchases. We don't limit the cash out amount on refis. This particular program that we just went over, our sweet spot, what's in our wheelhouse is up to about 800,000-900,000, but we can technically go up to 5 million on this. So don't shy away from houses in Coconut Grove or Miami Beach,
right?
Pinecrest or anything like that. We can help in those areas as well.
Excellent.
Very easy to work with us. We also help, and we lend on 1 to 4 condos and townhomes. On the commercial side, we lend on retail, office, light industrial.
Office space.
Those are warehouses that are either used for distribution, as auto repair shops, body shops, and things like that. Commercial condos, We lend on offices as well.
Okay.
And it's always, if it's we either do
Yeah.
owner occupied,
Mhm.
commercial, or
Okay.
investment. So if somebody's buying a warehouse,
Right.
and the reason they're buying it is to put their auto repair shop in there,
Mhm.
instead of verifying income, what we require
Mhm.
is 2 years profit and loss, prepared by the borrower.
By the
Profit
borrower.
and
Okay.
loss and their business license.
No
And that's
CPA
it.
or accountant. That's great.
No CPA, no bank statements to back up the P&L or anything like that. So very
Excellent.
easy. And if
Yep.
they're buying something that has tenants, then
Yeah.
all we need is the leases. Now, the
Got it.
leases and the rent roll if it's multiple tenants.
Got
Any
it.
purchase money loans of $750,000 or less.
Yeah.
On the commercial side, we
Yeah.
do not look at debt service ratio at all.
Oh, under 750. Okay.
If it's a
Got it.
refi, it's 800. It's 500,000, but it's purchase money is 750.
750.
Now, on the residential side, we do not ever look at the DTI.
Mhm.
Ever.
Mhm. Okay.
Property could be vacant. Sometimes people Airbnb it or do the vacation rental by owner.
Right.
We accept
Okay.
that. All we need to do is just
Got it. And this this
lease. We
yeah.
require is just the registry and the log of the Airbnb.
Got it. Got it.
So we don't have to worry about debt service. I had a 3-family in Philadelphia where they bought it in early 2000. They had paid it off. They wanted to cash out, but the borrower made friends with the tenants and they never raised their rents, and he was worried about that to income. And we told him, don't worry about it. He cashed out and went on about his business.
Excellent. Excellent. I have a lot of realtors telling me that condos, there's majority of condos in South Florida are non-warrantable condos. An investor can buy a non-warrantable condos with you guys or a condo hotel. And what is the minimum credit score and the down payment?
Yeah, we don't do condo hotels, but non-warrantable condos are not a problem with us.
Okay.
One of the things that, of course, they have to be able to rent it from day one.
Okay.
Some condos want you to wait a year. With us, they have to be able to rent it from day one.
From day one. What is the required down payment on a condo? Is it still 25%, the minimum down payment?
25% minimum down payment. One of the cool things that we're allowing now is we're allowing up to a 90% combined loan to value. So if the seller wants to help out with the loan, the borrower only really needs 10% of their own funds, and 10% not seasoned either.
I see what you're saying.
10% that they have enough money to close with. So we'll do a 75. Yeah. Allow for the seller to carry 15.
Got it.
The borrower, all he needs is 10% of his own money.
Wow. Is this a strictly for investors, or do you have owner occupied?
Well, the only owner occupied, of course, would be commercial, because on the residential side, we cannot do because of the fact that we don't verify employment or income or anything.
Exactly. Well, that's good to know. So you can actually, an investor can actually negotiate a deal on a condo with 10% down. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Mario, thanks again, man, for being on. And I appreciate it, because you helped me out here. And gracias. And we got to see if we can get our next transaction together here. Oíste.
Absolutely. I look forward to that.
We miss you. Okay. Oh, and I got some good news for you. Do you remember Oraida? Oraida?
Yeah.
You sent me a client. Remember?
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, good.
So we're hopefully we're going to close the end of the month or next month, and you got your referral fee there, buddy.
Oh, she's moving back, right?
She's finally moving from Portland. Yeah.
Portland, yeah.
Super nice lady. Wow. I went out with her and her daughter, and she bought a condo in Burley House. Listen to this. She got her settlement. She was waiting for a settlement, $500K settlement. She got 400 and something K. but I got her a hell of a deal for a waterfront right on the water with a slight water view, beach view, Burley house, 1 bedroom, 1 bath for $350,000, man.
Oh, wow. Is that the building on 71st and Collins?
Yeah, she used to live there. She lived
She
there
used
for
to
8
live
years.
there. I rented that apartment to her.
No, you're kidding me. Wow.
Yeah. She
Good for you.
loved that building because that
She
building
loves
is
that.
so.
Yeah, I showed her
yeah.
like I showed her 6 buildings, 6 different buildings, and that was the best price building. You know, they're renovating it, so that's the delay. But hopefully,
Well, that is
everything.
so nice to hear. That is so nice to hear. Thank you
For,
so much.
yeah,
Good
man.
job.
No,
Good job.
thank you,
Elias.
man. Thank you. She always mentions you. Okay.
Yeah,
Her realtor
she's
Mario.
good friends.
All right, bro. Bueno, oye, ya tú sabes. Keep referring people. Okay.
Absolutely.
No, don't let anything go by the wayside, brother. Okay.
Oh, never.
It's better
You can bet on that.
for you to get it, for us to get it, than someone else.
That's right.
Tú lo que no
That's
tienes
right.
tiempo. Pero bueno. Okay, brother. Bueno, oye.
Okay.
Oíste.
All right, I'll call you I'll call you before the end of the week.
Okay, you got it. We'll touch bases. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Elias. Thank you. Thank you for the class too.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.